Welcome to Thelia Flame Oracle. Hello, welcome to this reading. This reading under angel number 85471 and 85498, titled The Raking of Sand, Tantra, Patience, and Presence. Today's message flows through angel number 85471 and 85498. A lesson in patience, tantra, and the art of being embodied. The image that came through is a raking of sand. A gesture so ancient, so simple, yet so profoundly sacred. Most people know it from the Japanese Zen gardens, but the roots of this practice reach deep through China and beyond, where sand and soil were once seen as the very skin of the earth. Every motion of the rake becomes a prayer, a quiet conversation between hand and horizon. Each line, each curve is drawn only to be erased again. A reminder that perfection is not the goal. Presence is. Angel number 85471 answers, weave spirit and flesh into one continuous pattern. Together, they teach us that Tantra is not only sacred union of lovers, it is the ongoing marriage between soul and skin. The breath that remembers itself, the rhythm that makes ordinary life a ceremony. This reading calls us to slow down, to treat our daily routines, the bathing, the brushing, the breathing, as the raking of our own sacred sand. To honor the repetition, to honor the curve and impermanence of every moment. So we begin today's spread. Take a moment as we do so to feel your body, your shoulders, your heartbeat, the rise and fall of breath. Let us draw the lines in the sand of the soul and see what wisdom awaits beneath the surface. The first closing card, what to release in impatience or urgency, asks us to look at the ways we push the river before it's ready to flow, and to also honor the heat beneath that pushing. Sometimes the release is letting go of control. Sometimes it's releasing the fear that makes us grasp. And sometimes the release is simply to breathe that urgency into stillness and let it teach us patience. Now for today's reading, the raking of the sand, Tantra, patience, and presence. We will look at the primary energy, which will be the root spread. And first, we are asking for there to be shown where patience is needed, what it means to slow down and inhabit our body. We have Yemaya, Grandmother Ocean, Primordial. Primordial is first. Primordial is very binary in origin. Primordial is 0.1. Primordial is going back to the grassroots of you. Patience is needed in tending to the root and cause of you. I'm getting this sprinkling of lineage and DNA and ancestry. Sometimes it's important for a time in order for you to really be settled into all that you are, past, present, future, which takes in all the different emanations of the divine through your lineage and ancestry and so on, that you separate yourself from what is yours and what has been inherited. Oftentimes, angel number 12293, we are stuck with working out energetic kinks that did not originate with us. And we oftentimes try to throw things at it that don't necessarily work because we don't have an understanding of the source, the origin point at which this was created. We could be looking back at our grandparents, grandmother, grandfather energy, but here with this, with Yemaya's energy, which is a feminine archetype, this is the matrilineal line coming up. 3, 4, 7, we are looking to create a bridge that will allow us to enter into a space of Tantra, of allowing creation and erasure in your own life, your own storytelling of who you are. For the second card, Tantra, the weaving of body, breath, and spirit as one tapestry. The unseen. Third card, the embodiment, the lesson that arrives only when we are fully present. Okay, thank you, Spirit Guides. For the third card, we have Imrama, wonder voyage, crossing deep waters, pilgrimage journey of the soul. The primary energy here is tied to matrilineal ancestry, also origin of emotions and understanding them, understanding what we don't yet know. This is giving me exploration, this is giving me allowance and trust. Trust in creating a bridge by going back in your ancestry, by going back in your family, by going back to the root of your household. This could be your mother or whatever feminine energy raised you. There is a lot of hidden aspects here with this grandmother energy, grandmother-mother energy. The unseen, too much is hidden. You will need to seek. The lesson that will arrive when you are fully present with your lineage and the things that you don't yet know about your family, mother, grandmother, great-grandmother, ancestors, and so on, is that there will be a soul shift for you. You will embody tapping into and accessing a part of your own soul journey that only you could unlock. This is tapping into the Akashic records. We do have the closing out of a cycle here. You could be seeing 444 or 449. For the clarifiers, which will be the teaching portion of this spread, we will be looking at what discipline of repetition small daily practice like raking that you can step into to refine your energetic focus. Next is the artistry of the body, seeing your body as sacred ground, a living temple of breath. And lastly, the cosmic patience, understanding how planetary timing mirrors your own cycles. Ancestors, 3 cards. Artistry of the body. Artistry of the body. Artistry of the body. Cosmic patience. Sisterhood. The return of Aphrodite. We'll take both. Thank you. The clarifiers. What discipline or small daily task? Let's start very small. There is the heavy suggestion here of the use of water, and we will try to explore a few avenues where we can tap into and utilize water in our daily lives. Waking up, brushing your teeth, hand washing, showering, especially with intention towards cleansing and uplifting and lightening the auric field. What we intake into our bodies through beverages, again, being intentional, maybe placing your intention on upping or electrifying your water by consuming, say, coconut water. Angel number 1202 on the timer. You could be having more coconut milk for the electrifying properties within that, and how calming and rejuvenating and replenishing it is. Like raking sand that refines your energetic focus. Checking into your emotions. How are you feeling today? And pardon the glare. I am in a space that has significant exposed lighting. So, how are you feeling? Really? How are you really feeling? And allowing that honesty to just be what it is. Being intentional as well with your spiritually centered baths that are directed at being purposeful. You have a reason for taking this specific bath, and you may move that even a step further by infusing that bath with natural properties that have been birthed from the womb of Mother Nature to further assist you in cleansing, clearing, uplifting, balancing, whatever it is that you are working towards. Allowing yourself to cry more, or consoling yourself to balancing out your crying so you're not overdoing it. The artistry of the body, being receptive, seeing your body as sacred ground, a living temple of breath. This is honor. This is you being here right now on this planet and being cool with the fact that you caught a body on all levels. Okay, yeah, I know life's stressful and things happen. I've definitely cried a few tears, but I'm cool with it. Someone here could be, I've been getting a lot of water activity, pool activity. Someone could be going on vacation or just came back from vacation. You could have spent time floating in the water. I'm getting buoyancy. But it's that letting go. and allowing yourself to be okay with wherever yourself is right now. If you are listening to this message and your sense of perception, you are extraterrestrial and you are on the moon, then hey, be where you are. Receive your body where it is at this time. You could be thinking of taking up a new sport, a new class, a new routine, whatever it is that you are pursuing. Allow yourself to be receptive on all levels. Where am I right now in the game? What can I honestly give? What can I give that will keep me in the vibration of being joyful about that transaction? Being more open energetically as well to the energies of others that may want to give to you, and also the goodness that you carry within yourself. Someone here receives, you have a very giving heart, and you feel every time you are nudged by your guides, it's a pulse that comes through the heart chakra. So it's things like these that this message, this card, this energy is talking about. You could be seeing 333 or 133. Allow yourself to be open towards the transaction of settling in an artistry where the body now becomes a temple. For cosmic patience, how planetary timing is mirroring your own cycle. At this time, this is being reflected in your friendships, your close allies, individuals who, with the return of Aphrodite here, inspire you towards your transformation journey, be it according to the moon cycle or other more stagnant planetary bodies. There is also a calling here. You could be calling out for people who you feel more aligned to, your soul tribe. There is a call for patience here, as this is cosmic patience. So cosmic patience in sisterhood. You are calling in your soul tribe. You are calling in this energy of creative endeavors, blossoming in spaces with kindred spirit, with kindred spirits that are like you and who share in the planetary timing belt of what it means to really be a collective consciousness. Collective consciousness is also not a fly-by-night occurrence. It is not a mundane thing when you've actually met another being and you both spark in each other's eyes. It is very exhilarating. It makes you quite excited for sure. Now for the closing spread, we will pull two cards, card A and B. Let's see what these cards are, and we'll go through the energies and the messages here. For card A, what to release in impatience or urgency, we have endurance, keep going. For card B, what to embrace in embodied ritual. Spirit guides. For card B, what to embrace in embodied ritual, the action, movements, or sensual habits that return to you, to the present moment, we have Song of the Siren. What to release in impatience or urgency? Endurance. When this card came out, at first it came out in the reversed. We are reading energies in the upright. This is giving me an energy of procrastination and allowing yourself to work, to continue your work beyond the point of you being comfortable. You are being called here to expand. So consider the ways that you push the river before it's ready. This is the river, the flow of creative energy. When you are in the flow of creating, do you get ahead of yourself? You could be seeing angel number 616. Do you get ahead of yourself and allow yourself to fall into a false sense of victory? Do you start celebrating too early? Do you start sharing before you've crossed the bridge? There is an energetic interruptance here when it comes to projects. Balance. Sometimes the release is letting go of control. Sometimes it's releasing the fear that makes us grasp, hang on, not wanting to let go. And sometimes the release is simply to breathe that urgency into stillness and let it teach us presence. This message is about allowing your mind and your cells to be recalibrated in the way that they define. When do you keep going? When do you push beyond the 6? When do you push for the 7? When do you surpass the 7 and get to the 9? And then when you begin to feel that sense of resistance, when do you ease up off the pedal of urgency, of wanting to get it done today, yesterday? And when do you step into that balance of honoring what endurance is? Endurance really requires that you have a level of mastery when it comes to the use and exhaustion of energy, your energy. You must know when the time is right. And going back to this planetary energy of sisterhood, the return of Aphrodite, if you are in spaces where you are collaborating with individuals, are you aware enough that you know when to pull back your energy? Are you even tapped into the dynamic of your group relationships that you know when, let's say girlfriends, for example, or guy friends, are you tapped in enough that you know that you've overstayed your welcome in a good way? If you are someone who is an expresser and seeker of service, for many people who are so inclined, once you've served and you're done, you're gone. It's done. The contract's done. You're not as attached. So do you know when, according to these collaborative cycles, when it is to push and when it is to refrain, to pull back? For card B, what to embrace in embodied ritual? The action, movement, or sensual habit that returns you to the present moment. What practice is bringing you back into harmony with your physical vessel? And we have the Song of the Siren. This is vocalization. This is very, 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 very blue energy. Ascended Master. Wow. There is a Chohan's energy that's coming up. The Chohan, that is synonymous with the blue ray, the throat chakra. So someone here may be working with ascended masters at this time. I'm hearing also Archangel Azrael. Aha. Okay. I'm getting meditation, chanting. Someone here could also be entering into a Buddhist practice, a retreat, a convention of some kind. This is somewhere where there's chanting. This could be tied to an event, a conference space. And the podium is covered in red carpeting. We have another card, card C. The body as a planetary temple. Okay. All right. We won't run away. Let's go back to card B. What to embrace in embodied ritual. Speaking more. Activating the throat chakra. And doing so with the intention of being crystal clear. And that is what that Ascended Master's energy wanted to convey. It is about speaking with the intention of being crystal clear. I'm hearing from God's lips to your ears through your mouth. This is being absolutely authentic. Now for the final message, how your human form becomes a reflection of cosmic order, and how each act of self-care or awareness contributes to planetary balance. Soul cage. Freedom of the mind is freedom of the body. Someone's here may be Ricky. Something here again very synonymous about blue. Someone may have blue in their name. Angel number 144 on the timer. Someone here may have blue in their name. So you may also be listening to Alan Watts, or you may, yes, someone here, or you heard a reference to him. Someone here may be dancing as well. Get out of your head and into your body, baby. Okay, for card C, in closing, soul cage. The body as a planetary temple is a body that is free. How your human form becomes a reflection of cosmic order is that it becomes in alignment with the flow of the cosmos. It becomes free like a breeze. When you allow yourself to engage in each act of self-care, you will be releasing a fractal part of yourself that has been on lockdown for the plethora of reasons that you could come up with. In closing, under angel number 85471 and 85498, in the raking of your own sand, you are being encouraged to enter into the temple of you, to unearth, amalgamate, and travel with the totality of your soul and your soul's calling, to be energetically open to giving and receiving according to cycles that the divine has placed in your life. Friendships, allies, compatible souls. Thank you so much for your love. That's it until the next reading. Bye for now. If you felt the flame, it wasn't just a message, it was memory. This is Thelia, Dragon Seer, Phoenix born, voice and stolen, truth untamed. Leave only if your soul has had enough. But if you're still burning, come back. And remember, the dragons, they're always watching.